Sky correspondent Shingi Murike has been at a waste site in Nottinghamshire.
Well, we heard the Prime Minister there talking about the ramping up in the efforts to try and tackle the dumping of illegal waste in places like here, Ranskill in Nottinghamshire, where, according to the latest figures for July, more than 55,000 tonnes of illegal waste have been dumped. This is a site we've filmed at before. Before it was mountains of rubbish, now you've still got piles behind me, and it's had a very real impact, one that the community are feeling and are very frustrated by. I'm actually joined by James Peel, who is the local parish councillor here, who can talk to me a bit more about how people are feeling. But first of all, I wanted to just ask James, if you could give us your thoughts on the Prime Minister's announcement today and those new measures.
Okay, so my initial thoughts when I heard them this morning was, well, this is great, this is progress, you know, and any contribution towards making these things stop is good. But I've got to say I was shocked, amazed, disappointed that a site of this magnitude is not one of the three that's going to get cleaned up immediately. We reported this over a year ago, last May, to the Environment Agency. We were assured last December that this had been stopped. You can see with the amount of rubbish here still, all of the information that we gave and the information we received has clammed up a little bit, because now we've got legalities ongoing, and it's very frustrating that I can't give, or the parish council can't give, our local residents an update on what is happening with this. The three sites, great, who are going to be cleared, but what about this, which isn't just rubbish that's being dumped by a local firm? This is rubbish that's being dumped on an industrial scale, and nobody knows what it is. That's the worrying thing. And
if you could put into words how the community are feeling about that industrial dumping of rubbish coming from who knows where, what are those feelings?
So, the people who I speak to, most of them are worried and scared for the kids. You get some ambivalence about people, yeah, whatever, it's not on my back doorstep, but they've only got to see all of this, and I'm sure they'd be concerned as well. So in the main, probably 85–90% of people are concerned, and they want to know what's happening with this.
Thanks very much, James. And I think James's words there typify feelings that people across the country have, which is why the Prime Minister and the government are reacting. But one of the things our reporting unveiled or lifted the lid on, if you like, in the last few months is the fact that there is a number of toxic chemicals in some of the material behind me, and that could cause harm and could lead to illness in people, which is what James is referring to. So beneath the need to try and catch the gangs who are dumping the waste, there are also public health concerns and people who are feeling very upset about the blights on their community across the country, all of which the Prime Minister is hoping to tackle. But those kind of conversations like the one I've just had are a reminder that it will be quite complicated and quite complex, and it's an issue that people feel really strongly about.